Hey, Aries, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your February 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aries, welcome. The key theme showing up for you in the month of February, you have creativity, divine guidance, and shadow work. But don't be alarmed with the shadow work. I have a feeling this is going to be a really good month where you're able to address some concerns, or you're able to address some underlying energies that may have to do with other people, may have to do with teamwork, collaboration, because what you don't see coming or at the bottom of the deck, you do have the teamwork card. So I feel like this is who's on your team, right? Who's in your corner? Who supports you? Who helps you? This does talk about things coming together, okay? It could even be a helping hand coming in to help you get to point A to B is kind of what I sense here for you. Now, this can also be about support, group effort, co-creation, and team projects. So some of you could be leaving behind old collaborations in order to connect to new people, new supportive people. And I feel like a lot of you are really feeling more creative. You're feeling more inventive in the month of February. This is about inspiration, expressing yourself, your ideas, using your imagination, your talent. You're very talented, Aries. And this is about you finding ways to possibly monetize on your talent. This could be how to put yourself out there, maybe meet new friends, meet new love, mingle, maybe even add a splash of creativity to your home life or to your personal relationships. This is about discovery, and I feel a lot of you, through some sort of shadows, you're actually going to open up your spiritual gifts. Okay, through doing some sort of shadow work in the past. Maybe this has to do with health. It has to do with healing. It could be loss as well. For some of you, abandonment, childhood wounds, because you've had to learn, you've had to grow. And what better way to learn and grow from the things that challenge us? Now, when the shadow work shows up, this can be about inner healing, post-traumatic stress, therapy, ego, self, addictions, buried emotions, and trauma. But I actually feel like you could be really releasing and letting go of some things that have been showing up, maybe even subconsciously, or you're going to be tested this month and you're going to use some new creative ways to overcome the challenges that may have shown up in the past, but you're dealing with them in a new way. Why? How? Because look at right in the middle of your reading, you have divine guidance. This is all about angelic support. It's about your prayers being answered. It's about spiritual strength, assistance, and miracles. A lot of you have been asking for a miracle. You've been praying, you've been wanting a change in your life, whether in your love life, your career, your finances, your health. And I see here, something is coming in with a bang. And the reason why I say that, because we literally have the tower showing up in your reading. But the tower is going to be a significant change for you. But I happen to feel this is a good change because it shows up right next to the Hanged Man. This is a tower that offers spiritual enlightenment. This is a tower that's going to change your perspective entirely in order for you to create more stability in your life. So let's back up here. Starting off, you have the Queen of Swords, Libran energy, your opposite Aries, and we are in Aries North Node, Libra South Node. So some of you, this shadow work does have to do with possibly some past life, karmic issues or situations that have come up that you are resolving, that you've been working through for quite some time. When it comes to love, you've gained a lot of knowledge. You've gained a lot of independence. You've also learned when someone is not being honest with you. The Queen of Swords is someone who, she's going to listen to your truth, right? She'll let you speak, but if your truth does not match up to the truth that she knows, right? I feel like she's definitely going to cut it out. That's why she has that sword. She's going to cut you out, whether this is someone around you has done this, or perhaps this is you doing this to others. I feel like this has to do more so with educating yourself, right? Knowledge. She's a powerhouse when it comes to money. She has the knowledge. She has the truth. She has the intuition to go for what she wants. And she's going to cut out anything that does not align with her truths or her values to get there. Okay, so I feel like this could be someone you're calling in, or maybe it's someone that you have dealt with. Okay, it could be even people who have lied in the past, and that's why you've gained so much knowledge within yourself. I also see here with this Queen of Swords showing up, this is about integrity, and it's like you are holding true to your own integrity, whatever that may mean. Okay, it's like you're not letting some sort of shadows, or you're not letting someone else's shadows come in and throw you for a loop, or throw you off kilter, or throw you off balance. No one is going to throw off the Queen of Swords, regardless if you're female or male. And that's what you've learned, especially in this Aries and Libra North and South node. And that may be a continuous lesson for you until January 2025, is to not put up with people who are untrustworthy, or they are codependent as well, because the opposite here of independent woman is codependence. So if you were codependent on anyone, or if anyone was codependent on you, I feel like you're ready to cut that from your life. Okay, and you're ready to step into a new chapter of your life, which is interesting because we also have the book showing up here. You've carried some burdens here, and I feel like this is the time that you release them. And that could be why we see the Tower as well, because this 10 of Wands, this has come too far, right? There's a situation here where you've let it go too far. Maybe someone else has let it come too far, where the Tower comes in and says, we can't have this anymore. It's detrimental to someone's health, to someone's well-being, to someone's wellness. I'm getting here as well. And I also feel like this could be you at times carrying other people's burdens. This shadow work could be you helping other people, Aries, through their own demons, through their own challenges, their own traumas, their own struggles. Because sometimes this can be a very supportive partner and a very supportive teacher, a healer, or a spiritual leader that helps other people see the bright side of things, as you can see on the shadow work. But being able to recognize the shadow is very important as well, because we've seen so many people shy away from their shadow, or they don't want to look at it because it's too challenging, it's too painful. But remember, when you heal, we all heal. And I feel like you've carried some other people's shadows or burdens, but if it's any way uneven, or if it was too much for you to burden or too much for you to carry, I feel like you're putting that down. When it comes to money, maybe you've taken on too much, and maybe you're starting to feel a little bit burnt out, leading to some of these, shadows coming up here. It could be anxiety. It could be causing you to snap. It could be causing you to get ill. It may be causing you to feel out of sorts and out of whack. And that's why we have the Tower coming in here to shake things up a bit, because I feel like there's something that, it's like they say the straw that broke the camel's back. It may not be that one specific thing, but just compiling everything on. And that's when the Tower comes in. But I feel, again, because it's stationed right here next to the Hanged Man, two major arcanas, this is actually happening to get you unstuck out of a situation, because maybe you were only able to see things through a specific lens, or through a specific point of view, Aries. And this is about stopping old habits when it comes to love. Okay, maybe it's that people pleasing, that Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. It could be coming in, someone thinks you're an angel, really, and they're the devil here, and you're trying to heal someone's addictions, or heal someone and love them enough, or work with them enough to fix them. But you have to remember that's not your responsibility. Sometimes we have to let someone or something crash and burn in order for the rock bottom to be recovered, for someone to find their way out. And with this Tower, this can also be changes to how we attach ourselves to wealth and money. So perhaps some of you, you feel a little bit burnt out in your career, or there's been a loss, or there has been a job change. And I really do get a good energy. And I'll tell you why here in just a moment, because your outcome cards, I feel like whatever tower is coming in for you, that's just it. It's happening for you, not to you, not because you're singled out or you deserve some bad karma, or because, you've been this evil mongrel. I don't feel those things. And of course, if you have, you're probably not watching these videos, but I feel like this is about you needing to release some old ways of doing things. And it says you and your partner possibly has to do with control, ego, or codependency, which I think we have the codependent card here as well. So there could be a tower moment that gets you out of some sort of cycle between you and another person that has kept you hung up on them, or kept you hung up spiraling, doing the same thing over and over. And if this is money, you're changing your mind about a situation here. You're having a tower moment that is an unexpected, maybe shock that comes in here. It's an unexpected surprise, which, by the way, tower is you. So again, Aries, for you. This is a surprise that comes in to shatter your old belief system. And with it partnered with the Hanged Man, this could be an internal tower. It could be a wake-up call, a breakthrough, an aha moment that comes in and frees you from some unhealthy patterns, styles, or habits that were blocking you from creating a sense of stability in your life. Yeah, you may be changing your mind about a job, a career path entirely, okay, about money. And I feel like this is going to change everything. This is really big energy. When you have two major arcanas like this, okay, Aries energy along with the Pisces energy, water, and this fire, something is being put out here. Okay, when you think of water and fire, if something gets too much, if it gets out of hand, like that forest fire, it can destroy, it can destruct. And what's the only thing that can come in and stop that fire? Water. And that's what we see here with the Hanged Man. Okay, Pisces energy. This is about some sort of sacrifice as well that you've gone through in the past. But that's why this tower is coming in saying, okay, yes, you've gone through a sacrifice. Yes, there's been a delay. Yes, there's something here with control or ego, but we're getting you unstuck out of this because you've suffered or there's been this burden for too long. Now, moving into your outcome, you have the King of Pentacles and the World. I mean, this is big stuff here. Another major arcana. I happen to feel that whatever this breakthrough is for you, a lot of you already know what this is. Okay? Whatever area of your life that you think of when you hear this shadow work coming up for you. Okay? That's what this is it's you participating in this act to remove some sort of shadow that's been causing you blockages. And the King of Pentacles is someone who is of high status. He is someone who people look up to. He is handy. He works for what he has. He's not afraid to put in the work. He's a reliable leader. He's worked his way to the top. He's created his coins. He's worked smarter, not harder. And I'm also getting here with that strong Leo energy behind him. You see the two lions there. This is, even though this is an earth sign, I do see the lions. So I feel like you've had to be brave. You've had to be courageous in the face of maybe the economy or in the face of a job loss, financial struggles in the world. But we have this because you're taking something to the next level. For some of you, you're taking your work internationally. You're taking it globally. For others of you, you could be planning a trip in the month of February or taking a trip that does involve international travel. Because this is saying here, Aries, the world is your oyster. And I feel like you finally are able to create the abundance that you've been wanting, that you deserve. The King of Pentacles here, he's big boss energy and he's a reliable world leader. This is big for some of you. This is definitely world leader energy. Okay. When it comes to love, this is about securing a relationship that can withstand the test of time. And if you are in any sort of dynamic right now that you can't even get through some of the small bumps and struggles, and it just feels like you are set back and set back and set back due to toxicity or due to third party or whatever this energy is. And you can see we have that little fly that's come back, a little distraction here. But I feel like you're not letting yourself get distracted this time. It's like you're going big or going home is kind of the energy that I have here. Go big or go home, Aries. And King of Pentacles says, go for it. If there's a job that you want, if there's a business that you want, you have this tower here for a reason. And this is about securing your status, securing a strong position in your life with who you are. This King of Pentacles is earth energy, and I feel like you are securing your position in something tangible. It could be home, it could be a relationship, it could be, for a lot of you, it's finances, it's material wealth. But the King of Pentacles, like I said here, he could be even a financial advisor, property expert, business investor. He is working on securing his sense of status. And I feel like some of you could even be working with a new company that may be based overseas. Okay, the World card showing up here is the end of a cycle. And so you can enter into a new beginning here. And I have new beginning written all over your reading, especially within you. It's a new mindset shift. And as they say, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And with the World showing up, this is a mature and fulfilling relationship, especially with this King of Pentacles. Maybe some of you were dealing with a Queen of Swords. Maybe someone that was like your opposite. Like I said, Aries and Libra are opposites on the astral wheel. So some of you could have been dealing with someone who did have a lot of shadows, and maybe you were that angel. Maybe someone's called you an angel. Some of you could even have an angel tattoo, or someone could have like Jekyll and Hyde type of energy here. But the World is also successfully reaching your goals. When it's combined with the King of Pentacles, there are some goals that you're reaching here, or new goals that are coming out of this Tower moment. For those of you Aries out there who have felt a little bit stuck, I mean, get ready, because you're about to be cut loose here in a magnificent way, because the Hanged Man is all about spiritual enlightenment. And sometimes we have to stay stuck in a phase of non-action, or it feels that way, in order for us to come up with new concoctions, new ideas, to connect to our higher selves, to get in tune with our soul, with who we are, right? It may feel like it's a sacrifice because things aren't moving forward. We feel like we're in limbo, but it's actually allowing us to open up our crown chakra to truly receive that divine information, that divine guidance, which we see here showing up in your key themes. This is about miracles and answered prayers. All right, when it comes to money, wealth, and abundance, you have the book, you have the ornaments, and you also have the treasure. Beautiful energy here. I love to see such positive flow cards when it comes to money, because this can be about a new contract, right? A new contract, a business contract, client contract, even a new soul contract. And like I said earlier, some of you are completely changing your career. You're going back to school for something. You could be getting a new job that opens your creative skills up and your talents up more than ever. This is about maybe taking a class. It may have to do with law, the justice system, which we have the Queen of Swords. She can be very involved in legalities, humanitarian acts, things of that nature. This is about learning as you go as well. Not knowing the next chapter, but trusting that you're still moving forward, trusting that you can write it when you get there as well. And this is about education, and we see a lot of knowledge, a lot of education here. So for a lot of you, you're very intelligent, you are very wise, you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of knowledge at your disposal here that you can teach others, help others. There could definitely be some paperwork coming in for you, taxes or real estate. This may be a new paperwork that you fill out for a client or for a business. I feel like there's something here with some contracts. Look them over. Possibly flight information, credit cards, business paperwork, things of that nature. Next, you have ornaments. This does talk about extra money coming in here. Mature investments, which makes sense because that King of Pentacles is very mature. So I feel like you could be celebrating some sort of a win here. You could be celebrating the success of a job. Some of you could be in retail, beauty, finish work, or you're setting yourself up for retirement. Maybe you've already made the decision to retire, or that is something that you are thinking about strongly. And maybe you even change up some paperwork pertaining to retirement or wills or power of attorney, something of that nature. I'm also getting here looking at maybe passports, visas, insurances, things of that nature is going to be significant in the month of February as well. And lastly, you have the treasure showing up. I love the treasure. Who doesn't want to see a bucket full of pearls and diamonds and gold? And this is about not having to worry about things, right? Not having to worry how you're going to pay the bills or worry about where your next paycheck is coming from. This is about having money in reserve. So a lot of you are getting to a place in your stability, in your finances, in your career where you're going to be able to save more, have excess. This could be a job where you are an executive of some sort, maybe a CEO or even an executive assistant. This could be a job in sales or finances. Maybe you're planning your future, planning your next big moves, especially with such big aha moments coming in here. But I also get that you are a buried treasure. You are a gem. You have hidden talent here, Aries. And I feel like you could be discovering some of your own talents in the month of February that are quite creative in nature. Okay, it could be, anything from automatic writing. Maybe you're making your own oracle cards here. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It doesn't have to be creative in the form of painting or anything of that nature. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're doing a little more journaling here. I see that some of you are really opening up to some of your clairs, clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and you are, oh, thank you, Spirit. Someone said mediumship as well. So you are opening your gifts up, and I feel like you could monetize, you could make money off them if you're not already. And it's not selfish to do that. Remember, you have these gifts and you also need to survive here on earth. And what better way to integrate those gifts to be able to do what you love? So whatever that is, whatever your gifts are, maybe you have the gift of communication. Maybe you have the gift of empathy and understanding. I mean, you have so many beautiful talents, and it's up to you to uncover what they are. And what better way to uncover than through maybe looking at some of the shadows, because you may find that through some of the shadows, through some of the experiences that you've gone through, have actually allowed you now to see some gifts that maybe you couldn't see then because they were very cloudy. It was very masked energy. All right, let's take a look at love. What do we have for love for Aries, please? We do have codependency. Okay, addictions could be affecting your romantic life. For those of you that this does resonate with, perhaps you were staying in a situation, Queen of Swords, where someone was lying or someone wasn't honest, and you almost felt like the Queen of Swords, off with your head type of energy, but you had enough here. You came to a point where you just had enough. Tower comes in, it changes the perspective on everything, and you end up separating from this person, because we also have separation here. So there certainly could be a situation, if you've been going through the thick of things with someone, I feel like you're wrapping up a cycle. Okay, straight as day, clear as day coming up for you. That's just for those that are going through some struggles with someone that they've taken it too far, or you've taken it too far, if you already know this to be true for you. Maybe some of you, this codependency, perhaps you feel like you can't move in a direction. It feels like you are stuck, right, with the Hanged Man. That's why this Tower is coming in saying, you know what, you do have other options, and here they are. We're showing them to you. And for those of you maybe looking for love, or if you are in a union, there could be a little bit of effort required or needed for you this month. Show that love, show the affection, make the effort, because great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So gift giving, acts of service, right? Take a look at what your love language is, maybe what another's love language is. If you are wanting to open up to love, then try not to shut down, because you have these new ideas, right? Get creative on how you meet love, or get creative in how you show someone you love them, and do it out of an act of, you, because you love this person. Remember why you fell in love with them, or remember the beautiful talents and traits and skills that you have as well, because this can be self-love, right? Make the effort of loving the self and loving others. So I definitely feel effort is being made here this month in order to get to something more mature. Okay, so there could be a tower moment between you and another person, or between you and, an energy here, where it's actually allowing you to mature, to step up, to be able to see something that you weren't able to see before. And I feel like it could lead to definitely a successful completion, or a successful cycle or victory here, because the world is also a victorious energy of finally being able to complete the cycle here, have that sense of closure, have that sense of finally being able to feel fulfillment or wholeness after a setback, or after feeling stuck with that Hanged Man. All right, what do we have here from the soul truth? We have, from whom can I release my judgment right now? Judgment closes our hearts to truth, and it separates us from love. It binds us to our fears and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what is. And look at that, the Hanged Man, right? He's in those shackles. And I feel like this is time for you to close up a cycle. And how can we do this here? Today's soul action. Look at the person that you are judging, Aries, as if you are looking at a small child. Even if this is you, okay? Even if you judge yourself at times or criticize yourself, see them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth, that I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. Beautiful reminder here, because we get stuck in this place of judgment. We do. We tend to judge everyone, even on these channels here, right? The comments sometimes tend to judge. It's not long enough. It's too short. I can't see your face. I don't like your voice. Whatever it may be, we always come up to someone or something that feels judgmental. And usually those people are the people that are small children that don't feel loved in some way, shape, or form within, right? And the truth is that they are lovable, they are whole, they are limitless. That's why, even though a lot of readers sometimes just block the content, luckily I'm fortunate enough not to get too many, but a lot of times I can see through the suffering, and I try to encourage words of advice. But sometimes if someone is just too nasty, they're not gonna receive or accept that anyway. So if you notice yourself judging, or if you notice another person judging, maybe reach out and try to show a little extra love. All right, and you have lastly here, am I consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dreams. Today's soul action, Aries, journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up. Yeah, don't give up, I heard. Show up, don't give up. So some of you, if this has to do with your creativity, your projects, and you feel like you can't take on anymore, there could be a different message here. Spirit saying, don't give up right before the rewards, because you have the rewards here with the world. Now, for others of you, if you are in a situation that is toxic and there's too much judgment and there's a lot happening here, you're going to see this tower come in and break things apart in order to realign your soul, because you've been carrying a heavy burden. Now, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits. And at this time, Aries, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big breath. And upon your exhale, I want you to tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstones that show up in your mind's eye. Now, perhaps your crystals show up as a specific color, maybe sparkly or dull. Maybe they show up as a crystal that you've heard of before and you know the name of. It could be emanating a certain vibration of love, healing, or transformation that you are picking up on intuitively. There is no right or wrong answer, Aries. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, where I pull one lucky winner around the first of each month, all you need to do is drop your crystal or crystals. If you have more than one, that's okay. Drop it in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So let's dive in and see what messages are showing up and what crystal. Even if your crystal does not match, which a lot of times you'll see that it does. So keep on honing in that third eye. We have here Apache tear, which is a form of, I believe, obsidian. So Apache tear is a beautiful energy coming in to remind you to let go of grief. This can be recovering from the past. It's releasing pain so old wounds heal, especially for those of you that are feeling the shadow energy, the shadow work. This can be an excellent stone to work with. When it comes to, let's see here, relationships, often our purpose starts to reveal itself in times of rejection. As the universe whispers, you will see this through a different set of eyes one day, I promise. Hello, Hanged Man, right? Know that the universe is allying with you now, eagerly, supporting you and opening to the fulfillment and joy that you were born to feel. When Apache Tear Spirit appears, it is calling you to recognize that losses and even betrayals come bearing unexpected gifts. They can break your heart open and send you on a mission to live more fully, more lovingly, more meaningfully. Much goodness is coming your way, Aries. So hold on and hold fast to the truth that you have a destiny unfolding before you. Recognize the universe as your ally in co-creating something so much better than what you are experiencing now. Clear space by releasing the past and washing away the old with your tears. You do not need to hold on to old emotions. Beautiful energy. Partnering up with relationships for those of you that this is relationship oriented, and for those of you where this is your career. At times the universe answers to you is no, right? Sometimes the universe's answer is no, or not right now, but only because the universe loves you unconditionally and wants you to experience the very best of everything. The tears that flow will also water seeds of joy that you don't even know are planted in the field of infinite possibility. Now is the time to allow yourself to grieve any losses if you were sweeping the doorstep and taking out the garbage so that you can make a way for a new delivery. The universe has so much planned for you, Aries, so release any emotions that might block you from moving into a state of receptivity. Abundance and prosperity will soon be visible in your outer conditions. So this is beautifully aligned with what we've been talking about. We see coming to the end of a cycle here. This is a very translucent, water smooth type of obsidian. It is very invaluable when it comes to processing any sort of disappointments, loss, rejections, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical. This can help us while grieving. It can help us provide a focal point and encourage us to release any of those painful or difficult emotions. Once the grieving process feels complete, the stone can be buried in the earth, allowing the emotions to be transmuted. Beautiful energy here of Apache tier, and that's what we have, washing away the old to make way for new. So I definitely sense that if you've been going through it, Aries, in one way, shape, or form, health, financial, emotional, whatever area of your life, there's something new, something beautiful, something miraculous right at the end of this journey that you've been on. I know it's been difficult. I know it's been long, but you're going to start to see the miracles unfold. You're going to realize here that spirit hasn't left your side, right? The universe hasn't abandoned you or rejected you, even though sometimes it may have felt that way. Expect miracles because assistance is coming in here. That is what I have for you. Beautiful messages, Aries. If you like this, thank you. I just heard the name Brittany, and then Laos. Laos? Okay. I don't know if that's a name or if it's a place. Laos or Laos. Thank you so much again, Aries. If you like this, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like. I would love to see your crystals in the comment section below. Thank you so very much and happy, happy February.